Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, your boy Corey here, aka Crasher, back with a new video, and ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another Pokemon Journeys review, and we will be reviewing episode 96, which is titled, Reach Space, Ampharos Light. Without further ado, let's give you guys a brief recap of this episode. So this episode opens up with Ash and Goh in the Hoenn region on their way to the Mossdeep space station, and we see the return of Sophocles, who is taking part in a project to retrieve the asteroid probe known as Fiaro 2, and Fiaro is the translation to Talonflame. That right there is a nice touch. We also meet Ampharos, which is helping out Sophocles in this project, and this Pokemon is very unique in the way that it is rather clumsy. And that clumsiness is demonstrated a few times in this episode, such as whenever it trips, whenever it accidentally pummels Ash or Goh. I do have to say, despite it being scatterbrained, Ampharos is one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. And the purpose of Ampharos in this project is to use its light like a beacon to be able to give Fiaro 2 the right pathway to where it's supposed to land. However, things go awry for Ampharos when a machine actually malfunctions during the lighting up process, and that was due to an accident that took place earlier in the episode where Togedemaru got knocked into that machine, causing it to malfunction and eventually blow up. And the shock of this incident not only had Sophocles down on himself, but it also made Ampharos really shaken up to the point where it lost confidence in itself when it comes to its ability to light itself up. And this incident especially got to Ampharos so much so that it caused it to run away in a nearby forest where Ash, Goh, and Sophocles had to go and look for it. We also come to find out that Sophocles is not the trainer of that Ampharos. Turns out that the Ampharos actually belongs to his cousin known as Mossdeep, and that right there was kind of a shocker for me, because I thought that Ampharos was owned by Sophocles, given how Sophocles specializes in electric-type Pokemon, and Mossdeep typically specializes in steel-type Pokemon. While the group was looking for Ampharos, Grookey ends up getting separated from the gang after it got distracted by a floating light in the dark forest, which turned out to be nothing more than a damn Volbeat. Now, eventually the group does come across Ampharos, however, they now have the task of finding Goh's Grookey. And despite efforts from Togedemaru and Pikachu to try and create some sort of light or signal for Grookey to relocate the group, that was not enough, and it was up to Ampharos to use its light, and man, what a light it has. It shone really bright to the point where Grookey was able to find its way back to the gang. So it looks like Ampharos has its confidence back, and not a moment too soon. We make our way back to the Mossdeep space station, and an emergency takes place where the Fiaro 2 asteroid probe actually loses its course because it had to dodge an oncoming asteroid from being completely obliterated, but thanks to Sophocles and his fast, smart thinking, he's able to come up with a solution, and this right here is where Ampharos' time to shine now comes into play. It gets hooked up in the machine, and its light actually isn't able to pierce through the giant storm cloud that is above the Mossdeep space station, so with the help of Goh's Raichu, Ash's Pikachu, and Sophocles' Togedemaru to supercharge Ampharos and fill it with a lot of energy and a lot of light, it easily cleaves through that storm cloud and is able to make it to the light receptor of Fiaro 2, thus saving it once and for all. Sophocles and Ampharos make history in this project and how successful it was. The episode ends off on a good note with Ash and Goh departing from the Mossdeep Space Center after reaffirming their dreams and Sophocles being one step closer to being an astronaut. I have to say, despite Sophocles not being one of my most favorite Alola characters, this was a great way to make him return. Oh! Right from the jump, baby, we have ourselves Sophocles! Uh-oh! Oh no! Ampharos tripped after he got pushed by Sophocles and headbutted Ash right in the noggin. I got a feeling this Ampharos is gonna be something else, man. Oh! Well, we don't have Raboot anymore. We got Cinderace instead, baby. Nice. Hoenn's one of the best regions when it comes to the gaming universe. Ash! That's the name of an asteroid explorer, not the name of a damn Talonflame. Get your head together, bro! I don't think Talonflame can even survive in space. What? is up with that Ampharos? Like, why is it so, ornery? Like, it seems like it's clumsy. Aw, now it feels bad after, tail swinging, Ash and Goh to a knockout. Whoa! Almost stepped on freaking, Togedemaru there. It seems like that, Ampharos is a little bit of a klutz. And, uh-oh, something just went boom. Yep, just as I thought. That machine just, exploded. Poor Ampharos. Poor Sophocles, though. He was really looking forward to that. Oh, wait. He's not Ampharos' trainer after all. I thought he was. Turns out that Ampharos did not belong to Sophocles. And where'd Grookey go? Well, I seen it, like, noticing, like, some sort of light that was, like, flying around. Oh! Turns out it was just a freaking Volbeat he was chasing after. I'm surprised Cinderace is still out. Like, isn't it weak to water? Now use that headlight of yours. Wow! That is pretty damn bright, I gotta say. The lost Grookey has been found. Aw, latches right onto Go's face. Thumbs up the like button if you like Ampharos. Oh! Oh no! It tripped again! And there's Sophocles pulling out that, computer thing, like... it's... I don't even know what to call it. Like, it's a little Pikachu that he pulls the pin out of, and all of a sudden, like, you have, like, these, this laptop sort of thing that pops up, like a projector. Commence operation. Let's make this work. Let's go, baby. Alright. Now Sophocles and, Ampharos are up. Send the light of hope out into space. There's the light we know and love from Ampharos. Come on, Ampharos, you got this. Oh, Raichu! Go as his Raichu with them! Oh, that is a massive beam of light. If I didn't know any better, ladies and gentlemen, that right there was like a hyper beam on steroids. Oh, I just seen it transform into something. A glowing bird or something. No way, he's even crying. Seems like all is well. So now it is time for my thoughts, opinions, and ratings of this episode. As for my rating, I'm going to give this episode a 6.5 out of 10. Going into this episode, we knew that it was going to be a filler, and we did have the return of Sophocles, which is part of the Alola Gang. However, he isn't exactly my top favorite character, but I do not dislike him. I like Sophocles and the fact that he has a dream to one day be an astronaut, and for what it was all worth, the plot of this episode centered beautifully around Sophocles' end goal of being an astronaut. And we also had ourselves some comedy relief when it came to the Ampharos and its clumsy personality. It was also good to see Go bring his Raichu back. I've always liked Go's Raichu. Really friendly and a lovely personality. And with it, as well as Pikachu and Togedemaru working together to power up Ampharos to be able to make the project mission a success, that right there was definitely a good moment in this episode. Now this right here is just a little bit of wishful thinking on my end, but imagine if Sophocles had the ability to Mega Evolve Ampharos. I have to say, if something like that were to take place, I would have easily popped off. I mean, who doesn't like Ampharos and that beautiful hair in its Mega form? But those are just my own thoughts and opinions about this episode. What are your guys' thoughts and opinions about episode 96 of Pokémon Journeys? What do you guys rate this episode as out of 10? Whatever they happen to be, ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to hear you guys out in the comments down below. And that's it for the video, ladies and gentlemen, so I want to say thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing, and especially commenting down below, because I love hearing you guys out. Always have, that will never ever change. So thank you guys again for watching, have yourself a fantastic day or night depending on your time zone, and I'll see you guys in the next one.